What up? What's good, everybody? Welcome. We got round 3 of the HCA 2025 Hell Let Loose tournament. And yeah, I just got off this pre-match show with my boy, It's Mono. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. We chopped it up for a little bit. Tried to show you what it was like to see it from the back end, you know, as we all wait patiently to see what map, what side, you know, all that good stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Go watch that over on Mono's channel on Twitch. But anyway, over to the match. If you guys didn't catch the pre-show over there, I'll basically let you know that you know, it's one of these matches. It's basically playing for pride for Syndicate. I'll be casting the Syndicate side. Unfortunately, they are out of this competition this year. They're 0-2 in the division. In the group. Let me get that right. In the group, because there's group stages. They're doing it more like the World Cup. And from what I understand, 3 teams from each group make it, and Syndicate, unfortunately, 0-2 right now. Even if they win this, because of the head-to-head matchups, will not advance. So it is unfortunate. Did we just get a flip? Tell me we're starting actually on time. It's a minute before. Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting on time. In fact, early. This is so wild. I'll save you the scramble because I need to find my squad. Everything is crazy in the beginning. Everybody jumping squads. There he is. There's my boy. So get in there. We had said earlier in the, sorry about this, let me switch up. In the pre-match that the midpoint on Kharkov is going to be St. Mary, which is the point right in the middle, the big old church. So it's going to be a really good fight. I mean, it's probably one of the more even of the midpoints. And just bear with me. I just have to switch some things up over here. You know, none of your settings, in case you guys didn't know, if you get in this admin camera, actually stay. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to hop into the live scene, and here we go. So, as you can see, we're about, what is that, 1:30 away from match start. Yeah, and I will try and get these filters to work a little bit better, man, because these filters are godsend. And let me see if I can't just mess with them real quick. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna stick with that one. So let's see what else we got. We got some rules we can go over. Protect the manpower nodes, fuel, ammunition, all built at the start of the match. That's what's going on right now. All Tigers are only going to be used in this match. No more Panther and a single artillery gun per usual. So that's that. Let me pull this down. Let me make sure I get my clock right. And we'll get the scoreboard up and running for you guys. We are on a 30-minute delay. So by the time you see this, it'll be about 3 o'clock Eastern Standard. And yeah, let's get behind. Let's see how the rollout looks. Good to see some of the OGs back. That's Philly. Still feel like I'm sliding. We got some recon going out that way. Let's lock with these guys right here. Doing what they can to avoid the snipes. Yeah, we can pull off for a second. St. Mary in the distance. probably one of the objectives when we get to the houses here. I think this was something that Mono was mentioning earlier in the pre-match show, that the Axis do have the houses below as a great way to get in if they happen to lose. They got a few more houses, backyards. But yeah, this is where they clash. Ooh, nice. Nice rocket. Even off the start, nobody with an advantage. But I think you're starting to see Syndicate with a slight advantage. They're yeeting their lights in. Just going to sit in the strong point. Strong point multiplies your manpower by 3, so they're 3 up crewed. So that's quite a bit of cap pressure, cap weight. Water jug going up against many gets popped. Shoot it. I'm just gonna hover top down. Okay, Syndicate looking for that map control up north. Looking really, really nice. Like I said, those 2 tanks in the strong point, west and east control. Really trying to lock out that strong point and deny, while I'm thinking artillery is going to hammer from the north. What a great battle. Soviet light. We'll call it Russian light. Sitting over there. CF. He gets taken out, but he knows. Keep our eye on that. That's a big... I mean, it's obviously fully crewed. So if they can remove the light... But yeah, this is just a seesaw back and forth. Nobody really gaining control quite yet. There's one in. Can't quite read the name. He's gone. And nobody looking to protect this light. VLKRT. First bombing run. Strikes from VLKRT. I think we're in for a good match, folks. I mean, if one side usually dominates off the start, you know, you can say, you know, this isn't going to be very competitive, but I mean, Syndicate now taking the point back. Both lights are up, huge for them right now. And now Syndicate's slowly taking it back their way. Syndicate gets wiped. T-34, arguably best tank in the game, which I've heard from many of the tankers. Might have been Wicks. Wicks might have said this might be the best all-around tank in the game. So, a little bit of concern right now at a KRT Valkyrie. The point has now gone 50% towards Syndicate. They're bringing up the medium. They're back over on the strong point. Syndicate Light's doing a hella job holding it down. You know, taking Evolution needs to take out Golem. Ooh, gets taken out. All of a sudden now these lights are in a little bit of trouble. Lost one of their crew members. KRT back taking it now. Wow, and you know what? It looks like, whole map, Syndicate struggling now to get back in. They've lost the east side of St. Mary. Got a solo. And a medium with Bob and company in there. Garrison's situation is looking just fine. Flares going out. Wow. Cindy's going to throw everybody into the ring to get this point stabilized. Mr. Tank's getting the job done. Taking out Maori. Crazy opener, folks. And I told you, this is what I was saying earlier. Syndicate a little bit snake bitten. I thought they played baddies really tight. 3-2 loss late. Chimera, an excellent team out of Australia, played them tight as well. Lost 3-2. So yeah, this is not a free one for Valkyrie / Knights of the Round Table. They're gonna work hard for this dub if they're gonna get it today. Syndicate is not gonna roll over and play dead. I guarantee you they come to play hard. Mr. Tanks, Milk. Now Mark had the job. Lost that gunfight. Trades with Twad. Got a bombing run inbound. Syndicate on the west side trying to clear out space. Gonna get 2 more, then he's gone. And is that Magic? Survives, stays in. Crazy fight, man. Back and forth we go. Oh my. Syndicate bringing up the P4. Replacing one of the lights that got dumped. You know, it's hard to pick a side. It looks like a majority of the fight is on the west side of the map. You know, in terms of positioning, map control, I'm definitely liking KRT Valkyrie. Right now, they own the west, and now they can start folding guys in to the church. Wow, Satchel goes off, takes out Synths. Nice little 10-minute fight over mid, and still going. Jug missing with the AT rocket. Evolution, our engineer, I think he's interested in placing that satchel. Yes, sir. 30-second fuse on that bad boy. Obviously, they've realized they don't have control of the church. Do they have 30 seconds? They do. The cap, a little over a minute before it would go to KRT, Valkyrie. So this is going to pop off. And Syndicate needs to be ready on a spawn to get in that church and get bodies in. So it looks like they will take the 3 out. Okay, gets 2. 2 bodies, not stopping the cap progress. Let's pull up the map. Syndicate. Couple OPs. We got one on the left side. The right side, I think this is mostly recon. No, we got eggs. Eggs and company. But yeah, this is looking like, oh, we didn't set it up. How about we set this up? All right. Got the midpoint set up. We're at roughly 10 seconds away from a KRT Valkyrie 3-2 lead. Syndicate SLs need to be a little cautious here. Get ready to replace OPs. And there it is, official. After a prolonged 12-minute fight over mid. Panzer IV down. Yes, sir. Panzer IV. Syndicate tank down. Repair stations going up. Okay, now that the fray and all the wildness is done, now we can get in here and, although Syndicate is losing their 4th point, which is Lumberyard, not too concerned. They've got plenty of garrisons all spread around. This is just a tactic used to get your opponent to redeploy bodies on the back line so that your offense can push people out of the sector here that they just claimed. Just to get an idea how big. We've got 1 squad lead in Andy. That's Andy from Circle, I think. So many players have changed teams. But I'm pretty sure that's Andy from the Circle. Yeah, Syndicate is... great shot from the tank. Smilk. They are defending. Syndicate is defending their 4th Lumberyard now. Okay, like I said, plenty of garrisons, 4 garrisons surrounding the point. Reinforcements already put up. Oh, disregard. Supplies inbound. Strafing run from our commander, Pip. I think they're going to have this under control. Let's get back over on the main. Midpoint. Now, Syndicate owns the east side, but both teams are prioritizing the west. There's just going to be a lot of peeking and hiding in buildings. That PPSH is deadly as hell, man. Oh, shit. Satchel. Removing Satchel. He's got time. Okay, Satchel removed. Try and get that first-person view. You just saw supplies dropping on the other side. Oh my God, missing shots there. Behind. Sounds like a reload. Got his man. Recon flare is just disgusting. recon flare makes everything just miserable. It's so ugly. Back on the point, it's just going to be a lot of rinse and repeat. If you don't own the church, it's about getting that satchel. Both Syndicate players cut down, attempting to get a satchel on the church. Yeah. A rifleman with a great view with the PPSH. Range on that, a little bit questionable. Yeah, I wouldn't be engaging targets quite that far. Satchel does go off. Jump with sensor. Sensor's got a hold. Pushing up. Once again, fourth point getting captured again. And I think this is more indicative of Syndicate really pressing the mid. Now Smoke is just going to run that. Oh no, that's a T-34. These guys are dead ass about getting this point. Okay, Water Jug with the AT rocket, trying to get that booty shot, trying to clap cheeks. There's the bait. There's one in the rear. It's out of rockets. She goes. Okay, we got Katushka in the distance coming. Probably, I'm guessing, west side. Just wait and see. Oh my God, they were pushing that fourth point. Not even, I guess that's their commander realizing that they're comfortably in charge of St. Mary and really want to put the pressure on Lumberyard. Just put our lead squad lead. Takes out Cojones. Did I ask? Holden. Now Andy making the brave move out in the open. Sniper team doesn't see Andy. Flare popping off. All right, Lobo has to. Not only does he see him on the recon flare. Okay, Andy gets taken out by Faded. Bombing run for Syndicate. Syndicate responds. Maybe looking for a red zone garrison. Maybe it was popped up over there. Not sure. Oh, no risks taken. I mean, Jesus, airheads deployed by Syndicate. Commander not messing around. But yeah, I'm gonna say it's okay. It's okay for now. Now Syndicate's trading that defensive position. To regain St. Mary. It seems to be working. They do have the east side. This is pivotal right here. Sperry. Dave. Trade. Oh, Tank. Hello. T-34 with a rep station. Let's find out where the Axis Syndicate armor is. Defensive right now. Obviously worried about the east side of the map. Heavy push in front door. Now here's the IS-2. Just gonna hold. Every little hole's getting peaked. PPSH, hell of a close quarters weapon. Yeet. Force probably just going to sit back a little bit. Guns traversed left. Trying to help Smilk and what was that, Tucker? Trying to help these guys move up. Okay, these guys, Smilk is generally your flank guy, so either he's on the back end or of an attack or on the defensive end looking for ammo garrisons. Rambo out. Artillery takes care of that. These tanks are going to be huge right now. IS-1. Squad leader is like, shit, let me get out of there. Look at that. Look at this. Fortress. Sasquatch. And now Syndicate can just hold here, which is good. Oh, Panther 4. Not gonna like this. Not gonna like this. Oh, maybe if Shooter can get up while the IS is distracted by the Panzer IV. Ah, all these close quarter combat engagements. Nice job of protecting your heavy. Heavy wisely pulling back. Second heavy, that crossfire. door. Okay, we are live. Everything is Gucci. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We're at the 30-minute mark. We had a nice prolonged battle over our Midpoint St. Marie. 12 minutes to be exact. Back and forth. Syndicate took the lead early. KTR, Valkyrie, back and forth 4 or 5 times, but eventually, like I said, at about the 12-minute mark. And now we're sitting 3-2, and the second time we're seeing, third time, correct myself, we're seeing Syndicate start to pull the point in their favor. Now, they do not own the strong point. And if they can just get lucky with one satchel, could turn this game around. Trying their best to hold the west side. Our boy Twad. Quick map check. Syndicate is still in a reasonably good position. They have not been pushed off the strong point. Now the heavy moving up, looking to gain a better position. So the heavy, I'm guessing, is looking to suppress any of the inf coming off this garrison front door. That's a definitely well-positioned tank. Yeah. Syndicate has no chance. Honestly, open field, there's no chance of them getting rid of this IS-1. Trucks out here trying to wrap it up. So big map control, east side, 2 heavies. This light is about to get dumped. Water jug. Ill advised, but he was already committed. Oh my God, he gets out. Not much he can do. Solo crew member. Was he gonna pistol whip? Get some. What do we got? We got anything in here? Yeah, he with a pistol is not about to win the war. Not much he can do. Emptying out the clip. No bullets left in the Walter. Oh, trick. tell you that PPSH in close is tough to beat. And Golem gets OP. Both inf. That's just the way you do it around here. Allows Borek the SL, VLK SL to move up. And it's just one backyard at a time. I'll tell you the great neutralizer to that PPSH is the STG-44. Best gun in the game. Great for everything. Close quarters. Shit's a rifle damn near. Syndicate further losing front door. Now they were in a good position, getting close to St. Mary. Lost the front door garrison on the east. So it's been a good fight, but you're starting to see Syndicate start to weather away just a little bit. Stuka precision. We got splash. Now it might have been a repair station. No, it wasn't a repair station, so it didn't take out the tank. Just injured. Inf is really rolling for Valkyrie, Knights of the Round Table. Dropping them sups down. Miss Hagrid, is that you? Is that really you? Oh my goodness. Peekaboo. Okay. Okay. Smilk might have been there, help out a little bit. Okay, OG stuck there anchoring OP. Guess it's his. I'll move up with Smilk, see if he can get a little headway. That boy Smilky. MP44. Loses to the SVT. I don't know what that weapon is for the level 9 assault. Some of our, I want to say Copa Fumantes guys, CF guys, Brazilians, helping out, fill up the roster for Syndicate. Battle over the middle is going to continue to rage. If we see cap progress, we'll focus over there in the middle, but we're going to give these guys on the outside flanks a little love. Oh my goodness. Tuska going off. Wonder where OG getting a straight up head to head. KRT commander focusing on front door, trying to help clear space. Looking good though. They have heavy Inf. Is that a medium? T-34 running the east side now. Going to get the OP. Mark takes the squad lead. Needs to stay alive. Wow, gets another OP. Fuel situation must be fantastic for them to be just running this T-34. No longer holding. Player. So this C-34 is just going to run or wreak havoc on the back line. Where exactly are we? This is Garrison. Oh, the TC is excited. It's Garrison. Huge play, front door, getting cleaned up. Okay, T-34 did its job, took out 2 OPs and a Garrison, cleaned a lot of space. Syndicate's actually losing 4th point. Lumberyard, yeah, it's significant how the situation on the Garrisons. Plenty of Garrisons, just not a lot of bodies. You know, anytime your commander's having to run across open field to get back into the situation, that's not good. Squad leader back behind here. Wouldn't be surprised if they had a Garrison. Okay, he takes down both. Nice shots. He's going to continue to press forward and find where their spawn is. Keep going until you find that contact. Sasquatch. Deep behind. Syndicate did contest. To communicate, and anybody who can hear him within an earshot. Probably just going to stay alive or without redeploying. On the Syndicate Garrison now. Defense is getting shredded right now. Garrison gone. Constant pressure. Claps the OP. This could be very, very bad for Syndicate. All right, cross clap. Gets him. You stay there, Gus. Rooster clapping. C's OP, oh my goodness. Now, even though the flare is up, you can see the ugly green silhouette over the building. I do not believe he's lit up. So I'm not even sure if Syndicate's aware he's in this building. Look at that. You could just sit there and camp that OP. He's going to take cross clap. Looking to take out MG, shooter down. Woo. Man. Yeah, Syndicate is really starting to feel this pressure now. Halfway through the match. And as you guys can see, Lumberyard are fourth. At one point had multiple garrisons, front door. They just replaced this one here. But they're fighting to get back in. Commander, if he hasn't already done so, needs to put up that reinforced very soon. Bodies will be getting into the strong point, hopefully really soon. And I might have to switch this over. Lumberyard might fall. And I think it will. There's a heavy sitting in there. Oh, excuse me. Is that it? Indeed. It's a heavy. We're going to call it 4-1. KRT Valkyrie. Large and in charge, man. These guys have been pressing this fourth point. And now being rewarded with a nice 4-1. Syndicate on a quick counter. Not much this recon tank can do other than just be a pest. Hopefully trying to clear out some of the inf. Clap some OPs. Oh, wrong way. The TC had to see that gun. Gun was pointing south. That would have been huge if that light stays up. Or recon, excuse me. If the recon stays up, cleans up this inf inside the lumberyard here, Evolution and the guys would have a much easier time traversing this open field. But a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas here at the moment. Syndicate is getting bodied right now, getting pushed out. And more from KRT Valkyrie. I think we got fifth and final getting hit. Syndicate in a world of hurt right now. Not much you can do. Lumberyard, definitely a tough point to take back. You can just see this open field. There's just no way Benny. How does Benny stay alive? For that. Knife. Hit that. Oh, man. I should have zoomed in earlier. FG-42 doing work. Let's unlock from this. Let's get up and press here. Syndicate needs to control the east side. Those PPSHs and some satchels. I'm sure if they start to gain any kind of position. Eggs going up with the OP. Trying to do the most. Gets inside just in time. Oh my goodness. Oh shit. Oh, he got shoveled. Oh shit, that's two. Golem with the shovel kills. Man, and artillery's on point too. Tell you what. As advertised, Knights of the Round Table Valkyrie are the class of Group C. Undefeated and yeah, when you give them a little bit of a room to slip through, doing really, really well. Slowly wearing Syndicate down. Corners. Nice shot. Got to clean out these. We go in tight. Eating those grenades. That looked like a drop. Go. There you go, son. Get him. Oh my god. Getting Molotovs. Ah. Unfortunate reloading at the time. Best you gotta do. Where's the follow-up? Where are the rest of the boys? Out in the open. I don't think I've mentioned on stream yet. Hate the fact that the recon flares are so dominant. It's dumb. There isn't a charge time on it. Just imagine if there was no recharge on supplies. Right? Just have infinite supplies ready. Yeah, imagine if there were no cooldown on your supplies. You could just have them instantly as soon as you spawn. Change the game. I mean, recon, very annoying. go check on our tank. Does Syndicate have anything to offer? It does. Now the IS-1 is quite a bit deflated, sitting in the ravine, while the... Where's the tank from Syndicate? Does it just get wiped? I think it just got wiped. Bombing run from Syndicate. Right side of the map by Lumberyard. Jump over there. Obviously they want to reclaim this space. This is when these guys got to push. Will the IS pull back? We'll see soon enough, depending on how these gunfights play out. Oh, they already have a heavy. Oh my. I didn't know that loadout came with PPSH and a bazooka. Ah. R.I.P. Doc. Man. Yeah, give me the advantage Soviets inside these buildings. Just for the PPSH you own. That's crazy you don't hear footsteps, though, man. That's wild. You think you would hear the floorboards inside of the rooms making noise. Trying to get Miss Haggard and scream. She keeps running from me. Alright, Miss Haggard. Tank Synth doing the most to keep the heavy up. Syndicate's not been able to run any of their recon tanks. There's Zendias. Kenny. Will he? I think he's gonna get squished. Get out of the way. AT rocket inbound. Oh my God, he takes out his own boy. Another. Now Bob needs to cover right side of the tank to make sure they don't jump out, which he's doing. Waiting for minimum. Come finish this off. And he does. Nice teamwork there. I agree, boy. Good shit. You're good. High five. You know, at the end of the day, you're playing for fun. Syndicate's out here just playing for pride. .30 minutes remaining. So quick recap. First hour. For those of you joining, great battle over the middle point, which was St. Mary. About a 12-minute fight, back and forth numerous times, but ultimately going in the hands of VLKRT. And that battle lasted for about a good 30 before they captured this lumberyard. We've been sitting 4-1 with now the final 30 to go. And Andy just out here on that one cable car. Prism can stay up. I mean, he hasn't locked it out. Maori doesn't hear or see. Prism. Ah, gets taken down. I don't know if he heard the garrison. He was level 9. But I'd like to see that satchel go down and just protect the satchel and go with it, but Panzer 4 needs to look right. Might have taken out Garrison. Indeed. Oh, nice job. Way to save it. Who saved it? Mark. Good job on saving the tank from getting satcheled. This is a hold for him. He's taking it. He's going. Screw it. Run it. Run, big dog. Shooter. Oh, that should be a kill. How do you get shot and not die from a K98 that close, bro? That's just. We need to see that wrap animation. The homie got hit again. More blood. Lobo gets Tommy pulling the G43. Syndicate's in a little bit of a hurry. I mean, obviously they don't have a whole lot of time, so just throwing bodies, not being as cautious. You know, a little bit of desperation sets in when you're down 1-4 with about, 25 or so left. And you start running out in open fields. Nobody credit VLKRT with doing a nice job of forcing Syndicate, into uncomfortable positions. And having to press up now, open field. Yeah, there goes the element of surprise. Flare out. great OP. In the red zone, okay. Censored and Reverend New. So potentially 12 bodies in off this OP. Tactically, I like what they're doing. Smoking up the building that they want to get into. Shit, if anything, I'd even put a satchel. I mean, that MG deep down there. Thorn in the side, for real. Trellis. Just laying prone in the open. The DP 28. And he's just got, what you got? Bro, how are you, you can't be under. Taken out. Both points flashed. Syndicate's 5th and final, as well as Lumberyard. But the tank advantage has been noticeable. Haven't seen or heard much in the way of tanks from Syndicate. Fuel economy, they have enough for a heavy right now. Not in bad positions, it's just you can only go so far when you run out of cover. And you have to run into these two heavies. And just, your whole push just comes to a grinding halt. Excellent positioning, honestly. The heavy knows the only building they could be in is right there. And he's just going to farm the shit out of them. Getting crossfire from all the imp that are sitting on the point itself. Lumberyard. This is Syndicate's one and only heavy I'm aware of. Alright. We just spawned in the second heavy. You know, one of the features that server owners have now is the ability to shorten the length of the game. So I know forever and a day we've been familiar with an hour and a half matches. And I'd say based on the current state of comp and the number of teams, etc., and the viewership, etc., I would like to see maps, or matches, I should say, cut down to an hour. You know what I mean? Like, there's been a whole lot of filler. You know, so if we had that cut down to an hour, I think it would be a little bit more exciting and more palpable, tolerable for the audience. You guys let me know. I mean, are the matches too long? Satchel, Ronar, very wise. Vigilante, or Viajante. I think marked. Nope. He's going to get out of the way. Faded. I don't think. Okay, he's going to hold. No, he's going to get done. Let me check the back. I mean, has anybody from... All right, give my boy Koala a shout out, who's been doing Artie the whole entire time. Lonely, tough job, man. Lonely, tough job. Anyway, what do you guys think? An hour? Would that be sufficient time for you guys to stay around and watch? I know 30's obviously too short, but I think an hour might be that sweet spot. I mean, teams will adjust, I think. People say, well, you know, we need that hour and a half. Well, yeah, I mean, at that point, you could just say, why don't you just extend it to 3 hours? If you know what I'm saying? I mean, what is the point at which people watching these matches are just, you know, fatigued from seeing the same over and over? I mean, the casters, I'll say, you know, hour and a half match, having to fill space sometimes is not easy. Ask any of the guys that have done this for a while. You know, sometimes trying to make this game more exciting sometimes than it is at times tricky. Very erratic with his shells. Doesn't take out the bulk of the Syndicate inf. Tiger stays up. I mean, at this point, I think Syndicate's just playing for the 2-3. I think that would be a respectable L. The heavy IS-1 about to be in your screen. Now we've got the 2 heavies. Tiger's hurt. Super is out repairing with Bryson. Man, he's getting hella crossfire from something else. Might be an AT gun. Beautiful. This is great tactics. You've got the one, might be AT gun, who knows. But I'm just going to follow our heavy because while the Tiger's healing up, and obviously attention is on the front, the IS-1, he's walking into a little bit of a bee's nest here, but he does have Gus and Dedicated running with him, trying to clear space. He might get the shot. I think he gets the shot on the heavy. I think our Tiger's about to go boom. Well played. Well freaking played. And here come the imp. They don't waste any time. Benny, Milk, Iron. Yeah, I think at this point with the tank advantage and pushing Syndicate out of these spots, I mean, we could potentially see a 5-0. We could potentially, and this will be the first, if it does happen, Syndicate 5-0 this tournament. Yeah, the other heavies are moving up. You can tell 3. Yeah, it's time for. Almost time. They're gonna work it. There's a YOLO mission. Looking to find, he's heading right toward Garrison. Did I ask with the big AT kill? Reserves OP. But you just know Syndicate's going to fight like hell to avoid the 5-0. All right, Roka. That sloped armor don't break it. Hit your shot, dude. I know you want to be precise with that rocket, man, but shit. Okay, fifth and final overpass. How we doing on garrisons? We have one. We have another one just outside of the sector, so they can rush bodies back in. That's what we're starting to do. Starting to fold bodies back. Bruce, you're going to do it on foot, maybe? It's up on top. Hot box delivered. Okay, so scratch one of the heavies off. Now, second. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess at this point, we're not too worried about losing. Satchel goes down. Where are the rest? Get an idea. Obviously, they're doing quite well. Valkyrie and that's the round table. And they're just bringing all their armor with them. Shit, even the solo tanks are getting some love. Alright. Alright, Zendias, come on, brother. You can do it. Get it on there. Did you get it? Oh my goodness, bruv. Shit. I think he's dead or he's frozen. Or he's trying to dismantle his own satchel. Okay, one more time. Take out this solo. Oh my god. He just gets it off. Wonder if they're going to be able to communicate. It ain't going to matter. One of the crew members might jump out and try and save him. Or not, we're going to leave him. Alright, Sodi, rip. Wise of the heavy to get away. Honestly, thinking satchel. I mean, a lot of carnage right now for the Soviets, but I don't know. I guess they feel really confident. I mean, once you lose all your armor, then you give Syndicate a very, very tiny crack, but there's still a crack. Lobo, my wolf. Oh, he's gonna try and get up on the Persian. Oh, dude, just get it. Oh, wrong way. Which way would he go? He has to go backwards. Why would you get it there? You gotta know where he's positioned. I mean, if he's at the edge, he's only got one thing.
Satchel.
He has to back up. I'm glad he got that off because he would have been pissed. Hey, you stick your hand in the cookie jar. You know, one too many times. Yeah, here they keep coming, man. I guess that speaks volumes for the type of day the tanks have had for allies. Taking a sweet old time. Boys in straight up walk mode. Oh my god, that audio bug has tripped me out. Oh shit. I think the server just dunked. Yeah, for real, dude. The clock stopped. Yeah, the server just took a shit. Oh my god, it didn't. Yo, it's all jacked up. I have 9 minutes on the clock, on my clock, but on the match clock, it's a full minute behind, so... This might be cut short. I'm not moving. The stream is still up and running. It's good. But I think the server's about to have a heart attack. Yeah, these guys are sliding and... We're 99. Who got kicked? I wonder if Mono is still in here. Is Mono still in here? He's still in here. Yeah, I think we're not going to survive this one, man. I think this might be GG. Yeah. Oh, shit. I lost connection to host. Wild. All right, we'll just jump back in this bad boy. Hopefully, I don't know. So yeah, the server did crash. Okay, I think we're gonna say that's GG. I mean, I'm gonna jump back in. Oh wait, what the hell am I doing at St. Marie de Mont? Yo. That's my bad. I'm not catching the server. It's not showing up. So maybe the server did crash. I don't know. Let me refresh. Yo guys, I'm at a loss. The server's not populating. If I go to filters, all right, just Kharkov. Yo, it's history. I'm gonna try a little bit more. Try and get this game back. Okay, there it is. 33. Okay, I don't feel so bad. I don't feel so bad. I think for a change, it wasn't me. It was the server. But I'm going to say at this point, I mean, you could make an argument. I mean, there was potentially enough time. Like there's 8 and change. Oh my God, switch. My fault. Jesus. Okay, Syndicate's losing. Oh, everybody left. Okay, everybody from Syndicate is gone. Yeah, and it doesn't seem like everybody got dumped. I mean, Asylum is still in, but a lot of the other guys all gone. All right. You know what? I don't know. All right, they're just gonna finish it out. They're just gonna 5-0 this thing. I'm gonna transition back to the and there it is, 5-0. Just gonna transition back to the studio. So you know what? It's an L. Doesn't matter how it finishes. Whether it would have been 4-1 at the end or 5-0. Valkyrie / Knights of the Round Table. Fantastic job today, proving why they're the best in Group C. They're 3-0. They're obviously going on to the next stage, and I might just show that. Let me see here. Check my Discord. Yes, actually. Yeah, I decided to. Do I have you on here? Hold up, let me check my audio. I'm talking, but I don't have you patched in. Give me 1 second.
I was dealing with that 10-minute CU DDoS by the looks of it.
Oh, is that what it was?
KRT. I think so.
Okay, all right. Your audio's in. I hear you. Okay, so yeah, man. Thoughts, comments?
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
well, I just spoke about it just before you joined on. I spoke about mainly about the opener and how it was. I thought it was very, very elongated, and I thought that was to do with Sin having just such a good strong hold in that stronghold cluster of houses.
Yeah, they did a great, like you said, that south side.
They did really well.
Yeah, they did great. It was a 12-minute fight over that midpoint.
Was it 12? I thought it was 22, but I could be wrong. No, it must have been a little bit longer than that, because I remember calling out that they had airhead potential and stuff like that coming up. So maybe it was 12, 13, something like that. But yeah,
because I know
it was a good fight.
The gate drops at 27. I think they might have capped it around I want to say with an hour and 15 left. I got to go back and check. Either way, you were right, man. What a freaking great fight. And something happened
at the beginning. I was like, hang on. Syndicate are like super underdogs by like 7-1, but like they are putting up a hell of a fight. I think the issue for them is just that Artie was so brutal on the soft side of the cap, and I talked about it briefly on my end. I don't know, like the pathing in. I think St. Mary for the most part is a little bit skewed to allies, but not like so much. I think that once if Axis lose St. Mary, it becomes a lot harder for them to push in, just because there's a lot of open ground for them to cover, and it's just a fiesta for like the KRT MGs and also the IS1s as well, just to farm them. But the problem that Sin had, and I commented on it a little bit earlier, was the pressure from the left side, from the east side. They where the broken house is on that east side of St. Mary and coming down that main the main fence. Okay. And I think they saw it late. I think they saw the movement late, and I think they got just pinched out of that stronghold that they had. So I think that they just ran out of gas.
Yeah, I think you could see them get worn down. I mean, on my end, when Lumberyard was getting pushed, they had 4 garrisons all around the sector. I mean, they had their satellites, but I guess I'm going to say defensively, who's ever on that back line underestimated what was actually back there. Not sure. I couldn't tell if they had a red zone garrison up, but Syndicate had everything they needed in place except for the bodies. Now, I don't know if they overcommitted to the middle to try and capture St. Mary and just said, that's how we're going to play this. But it seems like they captured Lumberyard, and it shouldn't be captured, honestly. It shouldn't be captured. It's a very hard point to take if you have the right tanks and inf set up. And I think they just vacated a lot of that area.
I think that they were still kind of... They still had the blinders on. They were still kind of focusing on trying to get bodies back into Midpoint, into St. Mary, like you said. And I feel like that is the difference between this new Syndicate team. They're still trying to figure out everyone's position. I feel like they're still trying to figure out how to play as a team. Whereas VLKRT, I think they just played phenomenally well in terms of just saying go and being able to seesaw onto those offensive garrisons. They had, for the first attack, and I actually have to point out, I thought I don't know who was playing on Commander for Syndicate, but I thought they did a phenomenal job.
Pippi.
Pippi, he had an amazing strafe on that first attack of Lumber. He got like 5 kills off of the hard cap, and then they were able to kind of stabilize until they were just steamrolled front door.
Yeah.
But I thought his bombing runs and his strafe on defense were really, really good.
Yeah,
I think
I want to say that the tanks really were the difference. I mean, Syndicate tanks were outmatched today. Every time I was behind,
100%.
I mean, they took away Syndicate's ability to capture points. I mean, even if they were exchanging, and I thought it was fairly even when it came to the inf play, but the tanks, when they had their positions, the Syndicate inf had nowhere to go and were forced into running into open space. And, you know, when the tanks are taking out the area where Syndicate is, allowing Valkyria/KRT's inf to take space, and then that's how they just slowly, methodically just melted Syndicate's resistance.
There definitely was a couple of questionable peaks from the Tigers. I felt in the last like 10 minutes just before the match got DDoSed that the infantry did phenomenally well to saturate all 3 of the pushing IS-1s.
Oh, right. You caught that late. Yeah. They went all in. I guess they were.
I was like, why isn't this happening? Like in the first 10 minutes of the game, like where, like you're rallying now, but like, you know,
they didn't take those risks. They didn't take those risks.
Yeah, they didn't take the risks earlier on. And I think you're right. And the VLK, so they had 3 separate squads for VLKRT. And I think just the sheer amount of, just knowledge and experience just showed in comparison to the
yeah, you could see Syndicate was getting desperate and they were pressing a little bit, and you know it's going to happen when you're up against the clock for one, because you're down and you're locked in. You can't move. The area you want to go is being suppressed with artillery and tanks and MG fire, so you're getting frustrated, right? So you start losing that composure and you start pushing and just really, you know, it's hard to do. I mean, what can you do, honestly, at that point? You're going to just slowly get grinded out, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I think Sin came in, and I think the first 15 minutes and the last 10 minutes, like Syndicate played like really, really well, and I think they just didn't show up for the middle of the game. I think that they were in it for the short run, not for the whole hour and 20 that we had. Yeah. And
you know, speaking of that, I did mention it late before we got disconnected. In the middle of the game, you said it's kind of lost, and it's such a funny word you say, lost. I think a lot of people's interests get lost. What is your thoughts? And I know this is completely off the game, but moving forward in terms of like competition and getting viewership and what if the matches, instead of it being an hour and 30, if we reduce that down to an hour, you think people would stick around? Because
this is something that I actually spoke about this during the cast as well, and I'll come back also to a point a little bit about what we talked about a couple of weeks ago with the whole recon being an issue and the flaring being an
right
issue.
I did say that too. Jesus, the amount of flares that were going up without having a cooldown period.
Every time I open the map, there was at least like a flare, maybe
A
two flares.
green,
And I was
ugly
just
flare going up. Well, for
oh,
you, it
red
was
one with
red.
the
It was
update.
green. It was
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Oh, green and red. Yeah. So interesting. So obviously, with if you don't know, in 18.1 they brought about custom match lengths. So people who own private servers, just to fill in the viewers who don't know, are
Correct.
able now
Yeah.
to change the amount of time on Warfare. So instead of playing an hour and a half, you can now play. I think it's even a 30-minute game. You can
Yeah.
play the same length that a skirmish game is, all the way up to like 3 hours.
Yeah. So what, I mean, I'm asking the people
So
in my chat, like, yo, what do you guys want to see? I personally, as a caster, it's fatiguing to have to come up with content when there just isn't much going on. It's just that middle point of the game where teams are just not willing to risk pushing a point. I mean, the meta has always been, I think once you've boxed out your opponent, to just kind of sit on that fuel and wait. And that's not very exciting, not for me, not for the viewers. The games kind of drag on, and then we kind of always watch it in moments. We're going to say we got the opening moments, the first 30 are very interesting, and then people sort of tune in toward the last 15, 20 minutes of a match. So I would love to shorten it up, and maybe that'll bring some people back to watching this, because not a lot of people are watching it.
I think that's because the first 15, 20 minutes are opener, like it's chunked, right? So you have 15, let's call it half an hour. The first half an hour is the big initial fight. And then I think even like the gameplay, like you said, it just tends to slow down. People are playing more defensively. There's only so much movement on the flanks going on. What I would like to see, I'll come back to the point that we made a couple of weeks ago when we did that co-cast of the flare. I would like them to potentially come up with like an hour HCA format. I think that could really help. But what I also would like to see is some rule changes made to HCA. I'd like to see Panthers be brought back in. I don't see the need for Panthers to be banned, because they dealt with the reload time, and there's a trade-off of speed for stability. So bringing back stuff like Panthers could be interesting, but also changing around what the recon does. If they brought back no destruction, if they brought back
Yes,
yeah,
please.
if they just brought back no destruction, that would give us extra things to talk about. About looking at more at like flank opportunities for teams, for competitive teams, also to maybe put a little bit more pressure on the flanks, on the flanking squads. To try and get like one squad maybe with a squad leader and a support guy with a flamethrower to go and flank the nodes, and then the other team would have to defend those nodes, and then that would make a whole different dynamic in terms of casting. And we keep, I think, also just a fresh, just a refresh on the whole format.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
It's something needs to be done, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, we as casters, I would love to have a vote, not as much an opinion. We all have opinions, but yeah, I think we're part of this competitive scene. I would like to be at least factored in, somehow, some way.
I mean, look, they definitely, with the FAP, with the whole, we covered it in the precast, and you guys feel free, like it's in my VODs, feel free to look at the precast that myself and Gideon did. But we talked about, how they brought about this wheel spin. That's at least something, but that's more so like before the match. It doesn't really change too many things from a viewer perspective. It changes things for sure for the comp team, but they need something like that just refreshes and just keeps people a little bit more, either an hour game or or a rule change. Instead of being like, right, we've watched the first half an hour, let's dip out and let's come back for the last half an hour, 20 minutes of the game and see what's happening.
Yeah,
That's really, like you said, the thing that's missing right now is that middle half an hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah, people are in, you get one of those meta maps and you just know it's just going to be one of those, all right, I got, 45 minutes of trying to make up something interesting when people are lane holding, and it's just part of the game. And I think if they eliminated some of that dead time, you can argue it either way. You can say, well, if we had that extra 30 minutes, I mean, you can argue it even further to say, what if you had a 2-hour warfare match and you got an extra 30 minutes? I mean, you could just, you can make that argument either way. But I mean, in terms of just viewership, I mean, people don't want, I don't think, to sit in there for the whole entire time, unless the chat is popping and everybody's bantering and half of them not even paying attention to the game anyway at that point. But yeah, we need to new it up, man. It is just, it's tough out here. I was just catching some of the people who are tuning into streams, and the numbers are down for all streamers. I mean, you know, HCA used to, you know, clock in at like close to 100 or, you know, viewers or so. I mean, people are averaging, you know, like 30, 40, 50, 60. I mean, unless they're like the major teams.
Yeah, so it would be good to rally the community, I think. But I'm interested. Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens after this FAP, what happens into like going into ECL, which is now on summer break, and seeing some of these teams, and maybe I think maybe the first step is to just trial maybe, you know, these custom game lengths.
Implement some of the rules. Just try something new.
Change it up a little bit.
Let the community vote on it, right? I mean, I know there's team reps. Maybe I don't know. I mean, but you know what?
Definitely something for
there's biases in there. You know what I mean? Like
in the Discords.
Maybe some team reps are like, you know what? I want it this way, but a majority of the team might feel strongly against it. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know what the right thing is, but I just know that if there was some sort of polling data that you can put out there
I personally, I spoke about it twice. I personally feel like, you know what? I don't. Like, I understand like why initially the bans happened and the rules happened, but like to just change the game, enable people to go after nodes, enable people to like put something on the flare gun, for Christ's sake, put like an ammo cost on the flare gun, just so that, you know, we could actually experience a map that's not green or red the whole time.
True.
And make it the squad leader, make the squad leaders work for being able to spot out things with their binoculars, which is what, you know, they're there for, instead of respawn flare, which is, you know, it is not an amazing thing to watch at the moment. But you know, there are a lot of good things. I think that I like the whole wheel spin format from FAP. I thought they did a good job kind of giving something a little bit quirky. You know, from a prep side, you obviously played in competitive, and I play a lot of Commander. It's very interesting to see how that changes, you know, how, you know, they have like 20 minutes basically. I said it before, they have 20 minutes to basically prep an entire team and prep a game plan.
Yeah.
So from that side of stuff, it's interesting, but from a casting side of stuff, definitely some more things need to.
Right.
I would like to see more things. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I think that about sums it up, man. For me, I hope we're still here casting
onwards,
you know?
Onwards and upwards into the playoffs, man.
Yes, sir. So
I'm excited. I think it's going to be from what I saw. I don't have the image to bring up, but I think it's going to be VLK versus BOTN from Group C. I think that the winners of each group play each other, and then they go off into week 5. But I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong. But that would be an interesting game to watch.
You know, while we're up here, I might as well just, if the people are interested, what do we got? Trying to think, the match standings. Yeah, they haven't updated those. And I mean, do you actually? Yeah, it's just
match standings won't be updated until usually tomorrow.
Yeah, there's just too much going on.
We'll keep the chat. Yeah, I mean, and also they're dealing with the DDoS and figuring out what's happening as well. So, but we'll keep the guys that are tuned in, both on YouTube and Twitch. You can also check out all the information on the HCA Discord as well.
Yeah, I've got that linked in mine and under my description. If you guys want to check that out, it's on my YouTube page. Hop over on the HCA Discord and you know, check it out. I mean, hopefully we can get some more bodies in here. I'd like to see this game back to what it used to be. But anyway, I don't want to go.
I'm here's hoping for the Stalingrad update when it eventually drops. I'm definitely going to check that out on the PTE. But that should be
big performance.
We should see a revamp. We'll see. We can hope.
They're working on the performance, from what I understand. Scaling back some of like the textures on a lot of the objects. And they're putting a lot of cable carts in the middle. You know, Carriage Depot, the middle point, that big open space.
They're putting a lot of
they're putting a ton of broken up, busted tanks and folded over carriages. I think some people might have even seen from some of the screenshots.
They need to do the same in Kharkov following that game.
Yeah, there's not a lot of micro terrain. And look, if you can't break your front line, again, I want to say the only other way is to allow those airheads the freedom to be dropped anywhere and put it on the squad leaders to have to fight to get back into that area where they can place the OP. At least it makes the airheads more viable. Like why are the airheads restricted to just that space? Why is it so confined? Why not just open it up? Give it a shot. If it sucks, revert it. No problem. But try something new for a change.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been grinding on the same meta for so long. You know, I think that's part of the reason why I don't cast as much. I just need a little break from it. I'm just praying and hoping, you know, that some things will change. And we're starting to see that. I mean, a year ago we never had this. We never had the options. We've gotten actually more options in the last 2 updates than we had, I think, in the previous 2 years combined. I mean, 17 and 17.1.
They're trying. It's slowly. I mean, I wish it was a little bit faster, but you know, they got to get the updates right. You know, with you know, they are bringing content, which is good to see. There is at least a roadmap, which we didn't have, you know, all that long ago. So I'm hoping that it looks up, and I'm hoping that it brings a lot more stuff. I think we both are. They bring a lot more.
They need to bring
things over to the HCA side of things.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's about all I got. You got anything else?
I have to scoot off. But it's been a fun evening.
Yes, sir, man.
Guys, I will. It will be a little bit delayed, but I will link Gadarian's YouTube just so you can head over, give a sub as well. And yeah, I mean, with our track record, we're probably going to be casting the same game next week.
You know,
so
I might be off actually. I've got a wedding to go to on Sunday, so I'm not going to be around. But maybe I get on a Saturday. Maybe you want to do a Saturday stream. Maybe we get something cool.
I'll see. We'll
see what
have
happens.
to check what the we'll see what happens. We'll have to check what the schedule's like and go from there.
Well, all right, Mono.
But yeah, this is me signing out. Thank you guys.
All right, brother.
Thank you,
Take it
Gadarian.
easy.
I'll speak to you later.
All right. Take care. All right, so there you have it, guys. Mono, in case you guys didn't know, he's my guy right here. I didn't have a chance to put him, you know, properly in there, but there's our guy, Mono. Have a nice one, Mono. Peace, brother. But yeah, in terms of how that game finished, it was 4-1, even though it got DDoSed apparently with 10 minutes left. I think Syndicate is going to concede that. It doesn't even matter. It's a moot point. I think it doesn't affect how the playoffs or the next, we'll call it knockout phase, works for them. And yeah, we'll just carry on from here. Anyway, appreciate you guys sticking around. Yeah, thank you for the subs and for following, hitting the notification for any updates whenever I go live, etc. Yada yada. And yeah, please comment about what you'd like to see different, because you know I'd like to continue casting, but to give up your weekends and prep and do all this, and I feel it. I feel the game needs something new. I mean, comment on the 3 things that I mentioned: having the recon flares either removed until there's some sort of a delay. Like the support class has a 5-minute delay on the box. I mean, that would be helpful. What else did I say? I said allow the munition nodes, or I think that was Mono's point. Allow the munition nodes, or all the nodes to be built and at least attacked. Leave the artillery players alone. If you want to keep that, that's fine. But at least allow that aspect of the game. Because just constantly having this tank combat, it really emphasizes the teams that have the better tank play, almost too much. And my last thing, what was my last thing? Oh, match length, guys. It's grindy. It's grindy. I think for an hour and a half to maintain the interest of the audience and make it fun and entertaining. Sometimes there's that long period of like nothingness. And if we eliminated the middle and just put the best parts, the open and the end, and just combine them, I think we're going to get enough, and maybe people start to tune in, because I mean, when you see the what is it, the casts in their entirety of being an hour and 30 minutes, people might just say, I don't want to pay attention to that, or they might just scan around and skip the certain parts. You know, if you saw like a match only lasted 45 to an hour, you might be more inclined to try and watch it. But yeah, that's all I got, man. You let me know. You let me know if that's a good idea or the idea sucks. Continue doing it the way you were doing. Shut your mouth and just get behind the camera and just work. Anyway, that'll do it for me, guys. Hopefully, like I said, I get one more stream in. I do have a wedding to go to next Sunday, so I'm going to try and hopefully get in on a Saturday match. And you guys enjoy the rest of your day, evening, whatever it is out there, and see you again. Okay, take care.